Well, I went out quick. Hey guys, Keith Hanko for TGI Sports Talk's weekly vlog. How you doing today? I won't take up much of your time, I promise. I want to talk about Aaron Judge, his gamble, his win, and the Yankees' loss and potential huge loss, and what the Yankees must do now. Aaron Judge, as you know, turned down a 7-year, $31 million, I think, year contract before the season started and said, I'm not negotiating anymore before the season's over. In arbitration, they settled on I think $19 million for this year. That's definitely smooth. Aaron Judge gambled that he would have a big season. He would stay healthy. The Yankees, tried to, and the Yankees do what the Yankees do. They released the negotiations and what he turned down to try to turn public sentiment against Aaron Rodgers. That's just the Yankees way. But Aaron Rodgers wins not just in a small way. He wins in a big way. He's had one of the best seasons in Major League Baseball history. He's tied Roger Maris, likely will pass him before the season's over for the American League Home Run Championship, maybe Major League Baseball home run, single season home run championship, depending on how you look at that. I would tend to say, yes, this is better than a bunch of guys on steroids who had 60s and 70s in the home runs, namely Sosa, McGuire, and Bonds. That's a different conversation. The conversation we want to talk about is the Yankees, Aaron Judge, and what they're going to do now. They've cost themselves at least $100 million. I think more like $150 million in not signing him sooner. Not giving him the years that he wanted. Not giving it, as a rule, I'm against 8, 9, 10-year contracts, especially when guys are 31 years old like they are Aaron Judge, but this is a different situation. The Yankees should have got him signed a couple of years ago, like a bunch of other teams have done with young stars. They didn't try to do it. They let him get, because they were worried about injuries. He's shown the last couple of years he can stay healthy. He's been healthy more than he hasn't been. He's finishing the top. He's going to win the MVP this year. He'll have finished in the top 4 2 other times and in the top 12 another time. In a 6-year career, that's pretty damn good. 7-year career. There's going to be suitors now. When you let a guy reach free agency, there's always worries, right? There's talk that he wants to go back to his hometown, or at least at his hometown. San Francisco Giants will want him. Will they be able to afford him is a different story. The Mets and Steve Cohen like to make a splash. He's got money to burn. You've got the Dodgers you can't count out. Who else is involved in this whole thing? Thought there was one other team. Yeah, I don't know. I did with the story now. I would tell you. Oh, here it is. There's a couple other teams that potentially came up in conversations. Now I don't find it. But let's look at some other contracts of some of the guys on the same level as Aaron Judge. Bryce Harper signed a 13-year, $330 million contract after his age 25 season. Corey Seager just signed 10 years for $325 million at his age 27 season. Manny Machado, 10 years, $300 million, 25. Anthony Rendon, who has not really worked out, 7 years, $245 after 29. I don't care about these other guys. They're not really relevant to me. Freddie Freeman just signed 6 years, $162 million at his age 31 contract. That one comes into play. George Springer, 6 years, $150 million after age 30. You had Scherzer signing for the biggest contract at $43 million, but only for 2 years. Aaron Judge is going to be 31 years old. Aaron Judge turned down 7 years at $31 million, so whatever, $213 million, whatever it came to. Now, there are predictions all over the board for for Aaron Rodgers, starting at 7 years, $259 million. I do not think Aaron Judge signs for 7 years. I don't think he signs for 8 years. I don't think he signs for 9 years. I think 9 years would be the minimum. I understand he's 31 years old. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to tell you that Aaron Judge will sign the richest contract in baseball history. 10 years, $375 million, and it better be with the New York Yankees. I don't know that he'll get those many years or that big a contract with another team, because he's worth more to the Yankees than he is to other teams. Now, you'll tell me now, 10 years at 41 years old, look what happened to Albert Pujols. Look what happened to this guy and that guy. Yankees are going to be making money off of Aaron Judge long after he retires. Selling jerseys, marketing opportunities. They're going to recoup this money, first of all, within the first half of it, not just by his play on the field, but by the marketing contracts. As I said, the TV contracts will be higher. The revenue from TV advertising will be higher because there'll be more eyeballs watching the Yankees. Again, jersey sales, which will go on past his career. I know he's not. You sign these contracts knowing that in the last, half of it, at a minimum, the last 2 or 3 years, you're not getting the same player that you got before. Maybe the last half of it. I don't even care. Aaron Judge, I'm confident, will keep himself healthy and play well until he's age 38, 39 years old. The way medicine and medical practices are today, training practices keep guys playing longer at a higher level. But they're going to earn money on him long after he retires. The Yankees can do this. And it's better for Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is it's better for Aaron Judge to be a Yankee for his legacy. If he wants to go down with the all-time greats, he wants a monument in Yankee Stadium. Although we give up monuments to everybody today, which we'll have a vlog on at some point the next time they retire. I don't know. When they put Gardy's monument up, I mean, good God, I love Gardy, but I'm not going to get into this conversation. Everybody gets a monument these days. Aaron Judge needs to win a World Series, needs to be a Yankee for life. And the Yankees need to make him a Yankee for life. The Yankees, I don't care what, if they let him walk over money after the season that he's had and the career, I'm sorry, you people want to say he hasn't played enough because he's hurt too much? Take a look at the numbers, guys. He's really only had 2 injury-marred seasons. Throw out COVID. Throw out the COVID season. 2018, 2019, he played only a total of 222 games. By the way, in 2018, he still finished 12th in the MVP voting, only playing 112 games, 27 home runs and 67 RBIs. Other than that, he's played 155, 148, 151. He's having a career year, maybe one of the best seasons ever in the history of Major League Baseball. When you look, he's not just on the pace to potentially win a Triple Crown, batting average, home runs, RBIs, but he leads in slugging. He leads in runs. He leads in OPS. He leads in so many different offensive categories, more than anybody ever in history. And I understand there's more categories we track today than we did in the days of Ruth and Garrick and even Mantle. But he's having a season for the ages, one that we talked about forever. The Yankees cannot afford at any cost to let this man walk away. I don't know whether you agree with me or you don't, but Aaron Judge means too much to this team, not just on the field, but as the face of this franchise. Now, the Yankees have had a history of not caring about that stuff. They let Derek Jeter go and have to, go find a better deal somewhere. They're willing to let him walk. And then they belittled him in the press besides, trying to devalue him in the eyes of the public. Yankees are going to have a hard time doing that with Aaron Judge. The one thing they got is, the couple of injury-marred seasons that he had. But he's been healthy. His first full season was 2017. He's been healthy for 4 of those 6 seasons. Forget about COVID. This guy's an all-time Yankee now. If he wasn't before. He's the face of his franchise. He is going to be a player for the ages. Unfortunately, he got a late start, so he's only got 219 home runs now, but he's still a potential 500 home run guy. Multiple MVPs, multiple World Series, hopefully. If the Yankees fall in love with somebody like Ohtani and they bring him in here at the expense of keeping Judge, bad mistake. I know he's a great player. I know he can pitch and Judge can't, but you have got the face of the franchise who came up through the ranks. Those are the guys that players love. Those are the guys the fans latch on to. He's a leader on this team. Brian Cashman, do your job and get this guy signed. I don't care what it takes. I'm telling you right now, he will sign the richest contract in the history of baseball. 10 years, $375 million, maybe get the $400 million. And he'll be worth every penny. I know the back end of his contract won't be very good, but he'll be worth every penny, and the Yankees will make money from this man long after he retires. We thank him for TGI Sports Talk. Agree and disagree. Speak up, Yankee fans. Speak up, MLB fans. Some of you want to bash Aaron Judge and the Yankees. I know you do. Feel free to do it here. We'll talk to you later. Steve Tango. Have a great week.